Welcome back to the channel Blepharospasm, my journey. Today let's talk about sleeplessness, also known as insomnia in dystonia. How do we manage it? How did I manage it? So when I was diagnosed of dystonia, I realized I had more than necessary of sleeplessness. All my life, I was a very hardworking person and I slept very little. Right from my childhood, I spent a lot of sleepless nights or extended nights where I was working very hard for my grades, and I always managed to be a straight A student. This was a very bad habit, I would say. But it continued, and when the dystonia started, actually my sleeplessness also increased a lot. I took some herbal pills in the beginning. It didn't work, and I wanted to really try for 1 month, but it only increased my irritation because without sleep, and also I was having the Botox, the eyes were closing and I couldn't sleep. It was a difficult situation, and I am pretty sure you all must be going through the same thing as well. So this is an infinite loop. Sleeplessness causes dystonia, and dystonia increases the sleeplessness. So it just goes on and on and on. Somehow we have to break the cycle. So I just started to think, if it were not me and if it were my child, how would I try to make him or her fall asleep? So first thing, I noticed that my child, when she was very young, she would sleep for 2 hours, solid sleep, deep sleep in the afternoon for 2 hours, and in the night they wouldn't sleep at all. So I just realized she was getting all the battery recharged completely 100% in the afternoon nap, and so I stopped her to fall asleep in the afternoons, and I made her do more physical activities like going around in the parks, jumping a lot, and involving her in the both physical and mental exhaustions, right? Obviously, kids will not have too many thoughts or fears like us. So the physical exhaustion and mental exhaustions were the key. And once I started doing that, she used to fall asleep by 8 o'clock in the evening and solid sleep till next day morning, 7 or 8 o'clock. So that's what I thought, and I should try that on myself. So what I did was I had 3 things on mind. So why do we not get the sleep? One, we are not getting exhausted mentally. Second, we are not getting exhausted physically. Third one is either we have too many thoughts, too many fears. So what I did was, for the mental exhaustion, I started learning new things. Even though it was difficult for me at that stage where I couldn't even open my eyes or do something, I started learning, doing new certifications to develop my career. So when you're taking a certification, you have to take an exam. And of course, I was always training for my classical dance. So training involves it's a new skill that you're developing, and certification you are learning something new. So you have to appear for an exam. So train for something new that you have never done before, and to make it more serious, make sure you're taking an exam for it. Try to start a new course, and this way you are always on your toes to get on top of it, and to make sure you are learning something, and at the same time you are exhausting yourself mentally. Also, do not try to take too many courses, just one course. So you really spend some serious time on one thing, and you can really get mentally exhausted. For the physical exhaustion, again, all of this should not be a strain, but it should be a positive, which you should really enjoy at the same time, also get exhausted. So for the physical activities, try to dance, try to walk a lot. So I danced for 1 hour a day and then walked for about 2 hours a day. And in the mornings, I exercised for about 40 to 60 minutes. So some such thing, try to do some activity where you are moving around and you, for sure, you know, you are physically getting exhausted. Don't sit at one place, don't sit in the dark, come out and enjoy the time outside in the sun, feel the sun, feel the breezes. Even if it is cold, try to come out for some time, move around, keep moving whenever it is possible, and make this enjoyable, make this time enjoyable with some music or with some company, with a friend of yours whom you like the most. So the third thing is thoughts and fears. So why are these thoughts and fears coming in? These arise from the fear of what will happen to me in the future. Will I lose my job? What will my friends think about me? How can I be social? How can I take care of my job? How will I manage anything? How will my children grow? What will they think? So I just wanted to make one small note here. All of these fears are just your thoughts. I grew up with a saying, but at some point I forgot. But again, I started to think back about it. So when you're worrying, think just about one thing. Worry is the interest paid on trouble even before it is due. So you are just worrying even before something really happens. So the only way to stop worrying is to start meditating. What is meditating again? I keep stressing on this meditating every single time in every single video, because I've seen immense benefits out of meditation. So meditating is a way of training your brain to have no thoughts at all. In the meditation, you either focus only on the breathing, or you meditate on the center of your eyebrows, or when you start meditating, you will have hundreds of thoughts. You just take care, or in all the 100 thoughts, you just focus on one thought and you go behind it. That thought leads to another. So in a tail of thoughts, what happens is all the other thoughts die down and you're just behind one thought. And when that also ends at some point, the brain becomes thoughtless, totally thoughtless. And this again comes with some practice, and you should be regular on this to be able to do that. It appears difficult in the beginning, that you might say, it's difficult for me to meditate, but just try for 1 month and you should be really good. You will just say, it's a piece of cake. Trust me on this one. It is really possible that you can meditate and get into that state of thoughtlessness, and that thoughtlessness will really give you good sleep. So try to sleep in the evenings, in the nights, after all the activities, being mentally and physically exhausted, and you should just lie down on the bed, and all you want to do, all the body wants to do, is just lie down and get some sleep. Or try guided meditation or guided relaxation techniques on YouTube. They are available. They are really very good, with very lovely music, and with the sounds of waves and breezes and the nature and the chirping of the birds and the trees moving. I love those videos on the YouTube. You should just try some guided meditation or guided relaxation techniques, some Tibetan or some Indian flute music, all of this. Try everything. You might get bored with one thing, same day, same thing every day. So try different kinds of meditations. These usually last for 30 to 60 minutes. So Once you start, just lie down on the bed with your hands, just remember not to clench always. Try to keep your fingers open and try to lie down on the bed straight on your back, whichever position you are more comfortable. So try to concentrate on the video in the guided meditation or guided relaxation, and you will never know, trust me, when you have slipped into the sleep. I hope you found these tips you find these tips helpful, and happy sleeping to you all. And I hope you all recover soon. Thank you. Bye bye.